Ladies and gentlemen, I actually woke up and watched Monday Night Raw. Can I even call it Monday Night Raw? I should call it Monday Morning Raw or something like that. But Monday Night Raw was live in Perth, Australia, and if you live in North America, you had to wake up super early in order to watch live. Now, for anyone who has not watched Monday Night Raw, click off this video right now, because I'm about to go over the show, and potentially I do not like giving spoilers, but if anybody has already watched Raw, you are safe. So the show starts off with The Vision, Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, and Paul Heyman. Now, I was about 15 minutes late to the show, and I kind of didn't really get to see the whole segment with The Vision. So I watched back, and I decided, well, this is pretty interesting. So let me go over it. So as Seth Rollins and The Vision were in the ring, this crowd, my goodness, Australia, you guys were incredible. The Australian crowd starts to chant, "Seth is a wanker." And then Seth Rollins calls the Australian crowd wankers. So Seth Rollins started to ask a couple of questions. The first one is, who is the greatest world heavyweight champion of all time, and why is it me? So Seth Rollins now turns his attention to Paul Heyman, and he says, Roman Reigns wants to make it that he's levels above everybody. But at this point, there is nobody on my level. The difference between me and the other greats in my generation is that I never needed anyone. So then when Seth Rollins was about to talk about Roman Reigns, the crowd started chanting BS. You know the full word. I'm gonna tell you some straight facts here. And it's not BS. Roman Reigns needed the Shield. Roman Reigns needed the Bloodline. Cody Rhodes needed me to stop the reign of terror from Roman Reigns. And then that's when we get the what chance. I think it's funny. I don't know why people are just mad about it. I didn't need Bronson Reed. What? I didn't need Braun Breaker. What? I don't need Paul Heyman. What? And as he mentioned all of those names, something was up. I beat CM Punk and Roman Reigns on my own. I won the World Heavyweight Championship on my own. I beat Cody Rhodes with one arm on my own. I didn't need these guys. I chose these guys. Because I am a visionary. I am a revolutionary. I am Seth freaking Rollins. And after Seth cuts the promo, he lifts his World Heavyweight Championship up. He's also wearing the Crown Jewel Championship, by the way. And also, why is it so big? And as Seth Rollins was holding his World Championship, pyro started to go off as he was celebrating his win. Now check this out. When Seth Rollins said, "I never needed anybody," that is what got people talking. Because everyone thinks that Seth Rollins is just using them to get back to the top. So then around the middle of the show, Seth Rollins and The Vision are backstage, and Seth Rollins is just hyping them up, hyping both Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed up. He says, "This is the top of the mountain. This is the air you breathe up high. Very few people can understand this. We are very close to the next step." Now, what does Seth mean by this? So now, I want to move on to the main event. It is a triple threat #1 contenders match, as the winner will face Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship. They are CM Punk, LA Knight, and Jey Uso. So forward towards the end of the match here, CM Punk connects the GTS onto Jey Uso. 1, 2, 3, and CM Punk is the #1 contender to face Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship. So then immediately after the match, The Vision come out. Braun Breaker cuts Jey Uso in half, and then he runs around the ring to spear LA Knight. So CM Punk is in the ring. He realizes that he's in trouble. He goes after Bronson Reed, then goes after Braun Breaker, but it was too much. And here I was expecting Roman Reigns to come out. But no, we didn't get Roman Reigns. And then Seth Rollins is rubbing it in his face, saying, "CM Punk, you will never become world champion." So then CM Punk gets kicked out of the ring. The Vision stand tall, but all of a sudden, Braun Breaker spears Seth Rollins. And that completely surprised me. I thought they were going to do the turn in like 2 or 3 months from now. So then Breaker goes to Bronson Reed and he asks him, "Whose side are you on? Are you with me or are you with Rollins?" So Bronson Reed ends up joining Braun Breaker, and then he does a tsunami on Seth Rollins. So then Braun Breaker does the same thing to Paul Heyman. Are you with us? Or are you with him? And remember, when Seth Rollins said he didn't need anybody, Paul Heyman was probably thinking about that in his head. So Paul Heyman actually joined Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed as they stand tall as Monday Night Raw goes off the air. I'm not lying when I say this. I did not see this coming. And now that begs the question, what happens when we get to Survivor Series? What is War Games going to look like? And now I actually want to bring this up. I've been hearing people saying that Seth Rollins is injured. I believe he's injured from his shoulder, which actually he did mention on Monday Night Raw. And this photo was circling around social media all day. And this proves that Seth Rollins is actually injured. Or is he? I don't know, but if he really is injured, then Seth's gotta take some time off. So what does this mean for CM Punk? What does he do? Does he wait until Seth Rollins comes back? I don't know, but there's a lot more questions than answers. But the question I do want to ask is, what did you think about this week's Monday Night Raw? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, tap the notification bell for more videos. Follow me on Twitter at EthanSoyShow, and I'll see you in the next one.